Once upon a time, in the quaint village of Eldergrove, nestled between lush, rolling hills and a shimmering river, there lived a particularly curious and imaginative young girl named Elara. With hair resembling the color of autumn leaves and eyes as green as the forest canopy, Elara was known for her adventurous spirit and endless wonder. Eldergrove was a place thick with stories, tales of hidden magic and ancient secrets whispered among the villagers during cozy evenings by the fire. However, there was one tale that captivated Elara more than any other: the legend of the Enchanted Garden of Lunaria, a mythical place said to be hidden within the depths of Eldergrove Forest. The legend spoke of a garden created by Lunaria, the moon goddess, where flowers glowed with the light of stars and creatures of the night gathered in harmony. It was said that the garden held the secret to eternal happiness, a truth revealed only to the purest of hearts. Elara, with her boundless curiosity, dreamt of discovering the garden. She spent days exploring the edges of Eldergrove Forest, always wondering what lay beyond the trees and shadows. Her grandmother, wise and nurturing, had often told her, "Elara, the key to finding Lunaria's garden is to trust in your heart and follow the guidance of the stars." One crisp autumn morning, as the world was painted in hues of gold and red, Elara awoke with a feeling of certainty. Today was the day she would venture deep into the forest. Armed with her grandmother's words and a small satchel filled with essentials, a flask of water, some bread, and a notebook, Elara set off toward the heart of Eldergrove Forest. As she walked, the forest seemed to come alive around her. Birds sang in harmonious symphonies, leaves whispered ancient secrets, and the sunlight danced playfully on the forest floor. Elara followed a narrow path lined with ancient oaks and fluttering ferns, her heart thrumming with excitement and a hint of nervousness. Deeper into the forest, the light began to shift, casting everything in a twilight glow. It was then that Elara encountered her first guide, a wise old elf perched treegily on a low-hanging branch. Its eyes, like pools of liquid night, studied her with a mixture of curiosity and approval. "What are you seeking, young Elara?" The owl hooted in a voice that resonated through the trees. Surprised but delighted, Elara replied, "I seek the Enchanted Garden of Lunaria." "Can you help me find my way?" The owl nodded sagely. "Follow the path where moonlight kisses the leaves and trust in the whispers of the wind. They will guide you." Grateful for the owl's guidance, Elara ventured onward, now feeling the forest's energy growing around her. She passed by streams that sang with laughter and meadows that swayed to an invisible melody. As dusk approached, she noticed the subtle glow of flowers beginning to light her path, luminescent blooms that shimmered softly under the emerging starlight. Eventually, Elara reached a clearing bathed in silver moonlight. At its center stood an archway woven from delicate branches and twinkling vines, pulsing with a gentle, inviting light. Elara hesitated for a moment, a sense of awe washing over her. Could this be the entrance to the garden? Summoning her courage, she stepped through the archway, feeling a warmth envelop her immediately. The world seemed to transform around her. The air was infused with the scent of night, blooming jasmine, and a celestial choir of crickets and nightingales serenaded her entrance. She had found it the Enchanted Garden of Lunaria. The garden was a paradise like any Elara had imagined. Everywhere she looked, constellations of flowers glowed in a spectrum of colors, casting a soft, wondrous light. The paths were lined with luminescent stones, and gentle streams of silver water meandered through the landscape. Animals of every kind, from the tiniest firefly to the grandest stag, roamed peacefully, acknowledging Elara with warm glances. At the heart of the garden stood a grand tree, its branches reaching toward the heavens, adorned with leaves of shimmering silver. Under its boughs, a small, serene pond reflected the moon in its depths. Feeling drawn to the pond, Elara approached, peering into the mirror like water. Her reflection gazed back, surrounded by the brilliance of the garden. In that moment, she felt a profound sense of peace and understanding, as if the mysteries of the universe had been whispered to her soul. As Elara sat quietly by the pond, the voice of the moon goddess, Lunaria, echoed gently through the air. Dear Elara, I have discovered the essence of my garden. The truth of happiness lies not in seeking it, but in embracing the beauty and wonder that surrounds you every day. With a heart now full, Elara understood. The journey to the garden had been a path inward, revealing the magic and happiness within herself all along. Inspired by the serenity and enlightenment she had found, she knew she would carry this wisdom with her for the rest of her life. As dawn began to gently lighten the horizon, Elara bid farewell to the Enchanted Garden of Lunaria. With a promise whispered on the wind, she stepped back through the archway, retracing her path through the tranquil forest. Returning to Eldergrove, Elara felt a renewed connection to the world around her. She shared her tale with the villagers, enchanting them with her words and inviting them to find their own path to happiness. The story of her journey and the garden's secret became a beloved legend, inspiring generations to seek wonder and fulfillment within their own hearts. And so, in the village of Eldergrove, under the gentle watch of the moon, Elara grew up to be a wise and beloved storyteller, honored for her spirit and insight. Forever connected to the mythical garden, she continued to share its message of wonder, leaving an enduring legacy of joy and wisdom.